Hello everyone, welcome to the Decodes. So in the last video, we have seen that how to insert a node at the beginning of a linked list, right? So we have said that we'll be breaking this insertion part into 3 videos. The last one was about inserting a node at the beginning. This one will be about inserting a node at the end of the linked list. And the next one will be about inserting a node somewhere in the middle or say any position of a linked list, right? So let's just see how to insert a node at the end of a linked list. So what do? We assume the linked list is already being created. There is an already existing linked list like this for the time being. How to create or say how to create a linked list with this many nodes or maybe more than that, there is a separate dedicated video available. You can see that. Just before this 1 or 2 videos, you can see there is an absolute dedicated video how to create a complete linked list, right? So let's just assume we are continuing from there and there is an already existing linked list for the time being. Now suppose we want to insert a node. And insert a node at the end, right after this one. So how to do that? Now when we have talked about in the last video, if there was a node and if you are trying to insert at the beginning before 10, what we are doing, we are simply modifying this pointer and we are modifying the new nodes, say address part or new nodes pointer part, and it was being inserted over here. There was no need to traverse, nothing. It was an order of one time operation, right? But if you consider this one, whenever we are trying to insert a node at the end here, can we do that using only changing the head part? The answer is no, right? Because here you need to first reach to the end. Then you can make sure that you can insert that particular node here. But without reaching end, you cannot do that, right? So you need to traverse the linked list. So how to do it? Let's just see line by line. But before that, again, the basic assumption is the node is already created. That is that struct node. Inside that there is int data. There is struct node star ptr. All this thing. Then there is head. Struct node star head equals to null. And then how to create the entire linked list. Suppose all the codes are written. I am continuing from that part, right? Now say what you need to do. First create a new node. What is that new node? The node you are trying to insert. Obviously, the node you are trying to insert, you need to create it. Then you can insert. Without creating a node, how you can insert, right? So what are the steps? Again, we have talked about rigorously in the last couple of videos. Let's just see one more time. Struct node star new node. So it is saying that, okay, a new node has arrived. So whenever a new node is arriving, as I am saying again and again, whenever a particular guest is arriving at a hotel, what does that hotel room do? It has a lot of empty rooms. Suppose it gives a particular room to that particular person. So here also, it will be giving some space. It will be allocating some memory because it is a dynamic data structure for this new node. What it is doing? New node equals to struct node star malloc size of struct node. What it is saying? Say a node has arrived. Go to that struct node and see how much size it should take. So malloc stands for, malloc is a function in C. It stands for memory allocation. So allocate some memory. How much? Allocate the memory that is of size of struct node. And node is having one integer and pointer. Say 4 bytes plus 8 bytes. So 12 bytes will be allocated and it would be, say one part is int, the first part, and the next part is say struct node star ptr. Okay, this is ptr and this is data, suppose. The first one is data and the next one is ptr. Right? Correct? And how many bytes is total is taking? 12 bytes. 12 bytes. Right? Now if you see, what is this part? Struct node star, as I have said, this is nothing but typecasting because the malloc by default returns void pointer. We are just simply converting it to struct node star, nothing fancy. So now new node has arrived. We have allocated some memory for the new node. So new node is there. Now what we need to do? Suppose say this new node is being allocated to memory location, say for the time being 9999. From this memory location it has been allocated from 9999 to say 10,010 around. But we are only bothered about the starting address. No need to worry what is the ending address of it. You can simply add up to 12 bytes. You will be getting 10,010 or something like that. Okay. Now, up to this part is done, right? There is no concept of data or no concept of address so far yet. Up to this part, we have done this much. Now the next line, new node arrow data equals to 50. That means what? What is the value of new node? The value of new node is nothing but this memory location. What is that? 9999. So it is saying go to 9999 and it has 2 parts, the data part and the next part. So for the data part, you put 50. So after this line, what is the thing? You have put the data part, and what is the meaning of it? You are creating a new node to be inserted at the end of the linked list after 40, and you want to insert the value 50. Correct? The data part should be having 50. The next line is new node arrow next equals to null. This is the data part. New node arrow data, it has two parts. One is the data, another is the pointer or say address of the next element or whatever it is. Now try to understand this thing very clearly. If we are trying to insert a node at the end of the linked list, it is absolutely clear that that node's address part will absolutely having null. Will be having null. Why? What is this null specify? Whenever a particular node is having null as the address, that simply says that that is the end of the linked list. And that's what exactly we want. We want to insert at the end. So this particular node should always have null at the end, at the address part. Because obviously, because if it is not null, this is not at the end. If it is null, it is specifying, okay, this is the end of the linked list. And that's what we want. We want to insert the end. So it is saying new node arrow next equals to null. Right? So up to this part, this is the picture you have formed. At 9999 memory location, this value of this data is 50 and the address part is having null. Because there should be no more node after this. So it should be null. Clear? Now step 2. Create a traversal pointer. Because what you have said, head is not enough. We need to traverse to the end of the list. What is this traversal pointer? Struct node star temp. Using this temp, we will be traversing. As we have said, we can traverse using head as well. Whenever we have traversed the linked list, we have said that we can use the head pointer to traverse the linked list. But why we are using temp? Because head is a very vital thing. If you want to work with head directly, it becomes risky. What if we lose head? Then we will be losing the entire linked list. We cannot risk that, right? So we will be taking another temporary pointer which is of type struct node, right? And we will be storing the value head here. So what this temp is holding? Because it is copying the value from head. So temp is holding 1000. So what we are doing? We are creating a traversal pointer temp and we are giving the value of head. We are copying the value of head here. Temp is holding the value of head, that is 1000. Cool, up to this much is clear, I guess. Now what will you do? See that. Move until the next node, right? Move until the next node. That is how much we should move. See this. While temp arrow next not equals to null. Because we need to end, we need to move, we need to traverse till the end. So until temp arrow next not equals to null, suppose say the temp is having 1000. What is temp arrow next now? Temp arrow next means go to 1000 location, go to 1000 memory location and find which is the next value. So go to 1000 memory location, which is the next 3333. So it is not null. Right? Now again, it can go further like this until unless it finds null. Because when it finds null, it says that we have reached the end of the linked list. We can now insert the new node. Right? Are you getting my point? So see what it is doing. While temp arrow next not equals to null. So what is the first value? Temp value is 1000. So temp arrow next will be go to 1000 memory location and see what is at the temp arrow next. 3333. So the temp arrow next is 3333. So it is not null. Correct? It is not null. So then what we will do? Temp equals to temp arrow next. So temp was initially 1000. Now it becomes temp arrow next. What is the value of temp arrow next? 3333. 3333. Now what we will do? Now temp is 3333. So temp arrow next will be go to 3333 location and see what is at the next. That is 7500. So it is checking whether temp arrow next not equals to null. So what is the value of temp arrow next? The value of temp arrow next now is 7500 and it is not null. Satisfied? So it comes here and it does temp equals to temp arrow next. So now temp becomes, what is the value of temp arrow next? 7500. So temp becomes 7500. Now it is checking temp arrow next not equals to null. So now temp is 7500. So what is temp arrow next? 7500. Next part is 1200. So this is 1200. Temp arrow next is 1200 and it is not equals to null. Satisfied? It comes here and it does temp equals to temp arrow next. So what is the value of temp arrow next? 1200. So this becomes 1200. So temp becomes 1200 now. Now it goes again and it checks temp arrow next not equals to null. who is at temp arrow next. See, go to 1200 memory location and see which is at next part, that is null. So this becomes null, this temp arrow next becomes null. So this condition doesn't satisfy right now, because this while loop will run until temp arrow next not equals to null, but now temp arrow next is equals to null. So it was moving until it was finding temp arrow next is equals to null. So it has found. So now it will not go inside this. So what is the last value of temp? The last value of temp is 1200, because it will not get modified anymore, because it will not come inside this while loop. So the last value of temp is 1200. Are you getting my point? Because it has moved until and unless it has found a null. Whenever it is finding a null, it will not go inside this. The last value of temp is 1200. So the last value of temp is 1200. Right? So this part is clear, that how to move to the next node, and we need to find that what to insert. Right? So the last value temp is holding is 1200. Just keep in your mind. What is the next step? Attach the new node. So we need to now attach the new node. Right? We have created this new node 50 and null, and this is our address 9999. So what is the basic thing you need to know? Try to understand. If we want to insert this node after this one, if we need to insert this one here, we need to change this null to 9999. If we want to change this null to 9999, if we can change this null to 9999, that means this node will be inserted, because this null will be as it is. We do not need to do here anything. We just need to change this null, as simple as that. So we are reaching at the end and we'll be changing this null. So that's what exactly we'll be doing here. See, attach the new node. To attach the new node, we need to change this value. That's what we'll be doing. Temp arrow next. What was temp? Temp was equals to 1200. So what was 1200 arrow next? So go to 1200 memory location, and 1200 arrow next was null. So this value needs to be modified. What is the value we are giving? Temp arrow next is equals to new node. What is this new node storing? The address. What is the address? 9999. So it will be saying temp arrow next equals to new node. That means initially 1200 arrow next was null. Now it will be replaced by this new node is nothing but 9999. So simply this null will be replaced by 9999. And whenever you are replacing this by 9999, what will it do? It will be attaching this particular node. This will be like this, 50 and null, and it is nothing but 9999. So I guess it is done. If you see, it is absolutely done. That is what we are trying to do, insert a node at the end of the linked list, and we have replaced this null by the address of this particular node, and it is being attached, and we do not need to do anything with this null, because it is the last node by default and the last node holds the null. It is absolutely fine. So that's how we can do this. I hope it is absolutely clear whatever we have talked so far. What we will be doing? We will be starting from the head, we will be using a temporary pointer, we will be traversing till we reach the end. Whenever we reach the end, we will be attaching the new node using this logic, whatever it is written on the whiteboard. Right? Now there is a small tricky thing. Suppose what if the linked list is empty? Suppose whenever we are creating the node structure, say struct node, what we are doing? We are writing like this, struct node, right? Then we are writing, say, what we are writing? Int data, then say struct node star ptr, right? We are writing like that. We are creating a node structure. Then we are writing, say, struct node star head equals to null. That's what writing initially at the very initial lines, right? So what if this head is null and there is no nodes? What if there is no nodes at all? So if we want to insert a node at the end, what does it mean? That will be the first node by default if the head is null, right? So if the head is null, then head was by default null, head was initially null, so head value is not changed. Suppose the linked list is not like that, there was only one thing, that was a simple head and which was holding null. So if that was the case, that means there is no node. So if you want to insert a node at the end of the linked list, that simply means it is at the beginning of the linked list as well. So in that case, if head was equals to null, we will be simply putting that new node, that is the address of this node, inside this head. So this will be replaced by the address. Suppose say this was 9999, so it will be attached like this, 50 and null, 9999. If it was empty. So you can do that. right? So if you want to see the full code of this, if you want to write the full code of this is really simple. You start with start node, then in data, then start node start ptr, it is line number 1, line number 2, line number 3, then you give start node start head equals to null, line number 4, say then it is 5, 6, 7, 8, so it is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is 8, right? This is 8. Now, so let me write it. So it would be like this: 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, right? Up to this part. So if the head is empty, then we need to write these conditions after this. After you create the new node, you check this condition. So it would be 9, 10, 11, suppose. Then 9, then 10, say then 11, and so on. Then there will be a else part. Else part, that is head is not null, that is there is an already existing linked list, right? The head is not null. In that case, head is holding some value, or say there are some nodes already existing. Then you start with this one. You take a temp, say this is nothing but 12, 13, 14 and 15. So it is 12, 13, 14 and 15 and so on. So what do? You first create the node structure, you assign the head to null, then you do, say for an example, you create the new created node, you create the new node, this is this one. After that, you take a temporary variable, which is to do what? Do the traversing. You can do that using head as well, but we do not risk it. That's why you take another temporary variable, which is copying the value of head, and it will be used to just traverse the entire linked list. Then we move until the next node, that is until you are finding null over here, because we need to insert it at the end. So that part is done. When it is done, you simply change this value, which was initially null, to the value or the address of the newly inserted node. And only condition is if the head is null, there is no value, there is no need to do all these things. You simply write head equals to new node. Simple as that. So you just need to check one if condition, nothing else, right? So that is how you can insert a node at the end of the linked list. So I have said every single thing. You needed to understand to how to insert a node at the end of the linked list. Now the question is, what is the time complexity? Now if you have seen, for inserting a node at the beginning of the linked list, it was a constant time operation. The time complexity is order of 1. Why? Because there is no concept of traversing. You are just simply inserting. You are just changing this value. You are giving the address of the newly created node, and in the address part of the newly created node, you are giving the address of this one. The previously first node's value, it was done. There is no concept of traversing. But here, if you can check using this temp, we are traversing. So if there are n nodes, we are traversing almost the n nodes. So to insert a node at the end of a linked list, the time complexity is order of n. So that is all about inserting a node at the end of the linked list. So I hope whatever I have talked about in this video made absolute sense to you. So thank you for watching this video, and in the next video we'll be talking about how to insert a node at any position of the linked list. So stay tuned for the next videos.